Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another video on No Man's Land. So today we're going to go take a look at our solar farm. So it's finally been completed. Been a bit of a process, but we've made it happen. So you might also notice we're sitting on quite a bit of money at the moment. So we've had a substantial increase in, I guess, in-game revenue. And that's largely partly due to not only the wind turbines, but also the solar farm generating us a decent income. So let's just go straight over there. So we've also got some soybeans on the go over here on the right. Main farm area is basically the same as it has been. What else have we done? Got our new warehouse facility, so we had to delete the old one because it wasn't working, so I talked about that in the previous episode. So let's cruise on over. Got a nice view of the wind turbines up there. So I think we've got about maybe 9 or 10 of those. And let's cruise around. So obviously we've got grass fields at the moment, but that's probably going to change. You're probably wondering why we've got the fire truck here. I'll explain what that's all about in a minute. And I've also got the... So actually, before we do anything, let's just go for a quick drive around so you guys can sort of take in the visual. Let's zoom out a little bit more if I can. I think that's as far as I can go. So obviously we've got this triangular block here that we created a few episodes ago. And part of the reason for that was to turn that field there into more of a rectangle and utilise this triangular space for something. And the obvious choice was a solar farm, so you can sort of kind of see why. So those panels obviously fit in nicely in a triangular shape. And we've got a little bit of a hill here, which is also pretty cool. So let's drive on in and have a bit of a tour. And we'll come back to why that truck's there. Alright, first thing is, before we go in, I just want to see if I can get this gate to work. So we've got the chain link sliding gate. So this is a 12 metre gate, 6 metre slider in the centre, so 6 metres to the left, 6 to the right. And it obviously gives us a nice wide opening. We've got the painted white line car space, so this is a decorative mod. I'll just turn this off. Cool, so just do a quick walk around and then we'll go into everything in a little bit more detail. So you can see we've got a little boom gate there. This is a rubbish bin. Little manhole cover, so that's a square manhole cover for utilities and that type of thing. This is the guardhouse mod. So it's there to obviously function as a boom gate operator. Then we've got the cellular tower. So this is a mod as well. So it just kind of suits the facility. Doesn't generate any income, it's just there for decorative purposes. I've got a secondary chain link fence, sort of bordering the substation parking area. So I've got the substation here. So this is basically another decorative mod. Got some plumbing and electrical in there. And then we've got a little service shed container, which is also decorative, doesn't do anything. We've got the weather station, which actually is a base game item that gives us more accurate weather info. Then we've got the floodlight. So this is also a base game. We've got 2 of them either side of the driveway, just to sort of light the facility up at night time. And obviously the boom gate here. So if we walk up to it, press circle, that'll open up. And we'll take the Mahindra Retriever in for a drive. So basically, should I go into a little bit closer? So basically, just to give it that sort of feeling of a serviceable facility, I've popped in these gravel roads. So I think this is actually the concrete texture, and then I've plonked the solar collectors in rows, not totally on top of each other, but with a little bit of spacing, just to make it look a little bit more authentic. Like I could jam a lot more in here, and then it'll become sort of overcrowded and look a bit potentially silly. So I do have space probably in here where I can put another one. So actually what I might do is, while we're here, we'll just pop one in. So if you're looking for the large solar collector, it's in generators. This is the one you want here, and then I'll just sort of go just in there. So this is the one we just put in right there. So obviously this will turn around over time and line up with the others, because basically they all turn and rotate to face the sun, so the sun is right there. So not sure why it's not turning around, but it'll sort itself out. And then moving along here, we've got a little bit more of a connection road to the right, and then it loops around to so all the panels. So basically every panel is next to a roadway, probably except for, well, the one we just put in, and there's one in the far back corner which we drove past earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you don't have to do a solar park like this when you do your playthrough, but if you want to get a bit more realism and sort of authentic look to the game, you definitely can. So let's just jump into the build mode. Yeah, so I've got a couple of panels here in the corner which don't really do anything. I may put in another floodlight in through here just to sort of finish off the look, and maybe one on each corner as well. I haven't decided yet because I don't really need to light this up at night. It's only just in case. So let's just try it out of here. So let's pop this boom gate back down. So these red and white poles come in different lengths. I think that's one of the shorter ones, so they do come in quite lengthy pieces, so shut that off as well. Oh, and one more thing that I forgot to mention is this electrical box. So that's a decorative mod as well. So it's just a power board. See them pretty common when you got underground power in developments, as opposed to overhead power. So traditional power lines, that type of thing. Alright, so this fire truck mod, so I'm just going to turn it off. Actually, get this out of the way, just so it's not running while we're talking. So that should be off now. So basically this is a mod that I've been using to get some aerial views, so screenshots, that type of thing. So you can kind of see, you can kind of get a scope of size and scope of the farm from the solar farm from the top. And obviously it doesn't render the fences because they're too far away, but you kind of get the idea. So it kind of really fits in with the aesthetic of the area and of the map. And obviously using a few decorative mods here and there, but I really think that it really adds to the immersive sort of authentic look of it. Could probably put another solar panel in there if I really wanted to. I'll do that later on. So how much money does this thing generate? So each panel on average generates about 40% less than what the in-game guide says. So if I jump into the build mode quickly and go to productions, generators, solar collector, so $8,928 a month. So you can probably say about half of that, and then a little bit less. So that's on average what it generates. So my figures put it at about $3,000 per month, and I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably say 30 or 40 of these. So it generates anywhere from sort of 130,000 to 500,000 per month combined with the wind power. Some months it'll do 600,000, but it's basically like having unlimited money. But obviously you've got to pay for them up front, which is what I've done, and I've just let them run for a few months along with the wind power, just to sort of get a boost of cash flow, because obviously we've got a lot of expansions and projects we've got on the go, so we need money. And I'm not such a huge fan of the government subsidy mod, because it sort of removes the incentive, at least for me anyway, to sort of play. Because if you've got unlimited money, then obviously you can do what you want, but for me it just sort of ruins the immersion a little bit. But this is very similar, obviously, like, but the only difference is you've got to pay for the investment up front, and then it pays you back over time, which, you know, I'm happy with. And it really allows you just to sort of expand and grow your farm faster and a lot. We get a nice view of the forest we talked about earlier in another video. So things that I want to do, obviously building the forest, putting in the town, more equipment, all these things cost money, so this is basically my way of paying for it all, and obviously with the crops and productions as well. So that's the solar farm. Hope you guys like it. Leave a comment if you have done something similar, or let me know your thoughts. Like the video, it really helps me out, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said before, the Farming Simulator community is probably the best community online for gaming at the moment, so please, yeah, it really helps me out, allows me to make content like this for you guys and keep playing the game as we do. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.